Welcome back to The Explainer. I am so incredibly excited you're here today because we're doing a deep, completely objective dive into a company that's generating a ton of buzz in the retirement space right now, Priority Gold. If you're a focused learner looking to protect your hard-earned savings, you need facts, not fluff. So we're stripping away the marketing, we're going to look straight at the data, the legal records, and the fine print to give you a brutally honest look at how this company actually operates. Here is our roadmap for today. Number 1. Is Priority Gold legit? Number 2, the good, perks and ratings. Number 3, the bad, red flags. Number 4, fees and the process. And number 5, the final verdict. So, Priority Gold. Is it a safe haven for your retirement or just a risky bet? I mean, that's the exact question on every skeptical investor's mind before dropping tens of thousands of dollars on physical metals, right? When inflation is running hot and markets get super volatile, physical gold looks incredibly attractive. But listen, the dealer you choose makes all the difference in the world. Now, this is a pretty shocking juxtaposition. On one hand, you've got Forbes Advisor naming Priority Gold the most trusted gold company for 2025, plus a nod from Inc. 5000 as a fastest-growing company. But on the other hand, they are explicitly named on a watch list by precious metals and coin fraud lawyers who actively investigate deceptive business practices in the industry. I mean, how can a company be both highly awarded and on a fraud lawyer's radar? Well, we're going to look at this from every possible angle to find out. All right, Section 1. Is Priority Gold legit? Let's take a look at their legal track record. 0. Yep, that's it. 0. This is a super important number for this company. Despite being in business for 24 years, they've been around since 2001, Priority Gold has 0 SEC or CFTC regulatory actions against them. And honestly, even crazier, our sources show they have 0 lawsuits from cheated customers. We did a thorough search of major legal databases, and literally, their only lawsuit was an employment dispute filed by a former employee back in 2024. For a company operating in a highly scrutinized industry for over 2 decades, having a clean regulatory slate like that is a massive point in the legitimacy column. Moving right along to Section 2, the good. Let's talk perks and ratings. Okay, let's dive into the pros here. First off, they hold an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. We're talking an impressive 4.86 out of 5 stars from verified customer reviews. They also frequently offer first-year fee waivers if your account qualifies, and they completely cover shipping and insurance on your transactions. But you know what the biggest draw is? Their minimum investment. While competitors like Augusta Precious Metals make you drop $50,000 just to start, Priority Gold is highly accessible. Their minimums generally float between $10,000 and $20,000. That makes them super attractive to entry-level retirement investors. And honestly, their customer experience is uniquely laid back. I absolutely love this unfiltered quote from a Reddit user on the Silverbugs forum who actually rolled over a 401k with them. They wrote, 9 days, 2 calls, stack of PDFs. Not polished, no hard sell, which somehow made me twitchier. That's so funny to me. But really, in an industry known for aggressive, high-pressure sales tactics and relentless follow-up calls, Priority Gold's surprisingly low-pressure onboarding process really stands out as a major positive for a lot of buyers. All right, now for Section 3, the bad. Let's look at the red flags. Look, it is absolutely vital to highlight the systemic issues in the gold IRA industry, and Priority Gold is definitely a part of them. First up, there is no transparent online pricing. You can't just hop online and look up their premium over the spot price of gold. You literally have to call them to get a quote. Second, while they do have that A+ BBB rating, they also have 36 recent complaints, mostly centering around pricing expectations and outbound sales communication. And finally, remember those fraud lawyers? They warn that companies in this space will often charge 200 to 400% markups on coins, sometimes using fake, made-up terms like semi-numismatic to justify the crazy cost. Now, we can't verify Priority Gold's exact markups because of their lack of transparency, but the simple fact that prices are hidden until you're on the phone, that is a red flag that requires your full attention. Which brings us to Section 4, fees and the process. Let's break down the actual paperwork. So if you're looking to roll over a 401k or a traditional IRA, there are 4 clear steps. Step 1, you do an initial consultation to discuss your goals. Step 2, you open a self-directed IRA with a third-party custodian. Step 3, you fund the account via a direct rollover. If you do this right, it moves your money without triggering any nasty tax penalties. And Step 4, you purchase the IRS-eligible metals through Priority Gold, and they ship them to a secure IRS-approved depository. And as you'll see on the screen, this brilliantly illustrates a vital concept you absolutely must understand. Priority Gold is just the dealer. Take a look at this actual third-party paperwork from Preferred Trust Company, who is one of the custodians used in these transactions. If you look closely at Section 2, there's a $50 precious metals purchase transaction fee and a $30 wire fee. Those fees, they're charged by the custodian, not Priority Gold. You see, when you set up a gold IRA, you're entering a relationship with the dealer, the custodian, and the storage depository. And guess what? They all have their own sets of fees. But when we translate the fee comparison data for 2026 across the major competitors, Priority Gold is actually highly competitive. Assuming a standard $100,000 investment, Priority Gold often features a $0 setup fee, a $100 annual custodian fee, and a $100 flat storage fee. Compare that to Goldco or Augusta Precious Metals, and Priority Gold's flat annual costs sit right in the sweet spot. But please remember, these are just the administration and storage fees, which are completely separate from whatever dealer markup you end up paying when you buy the gold itself. Okay, so the crucial point here is understanding how you actually get your money out when you are ready to retire. Priority Gold offers 3 buyback avenues. Avenue 1 is open market sales, meaning you sell it yourself to the public. Avenue 2 is immediate liquidation, where Priority Gold buys it back at the current wholesale bid price. But look really closely at Avenue 3, sales on consignment. This promises a potentially higher liquidation value, but it requires that you hold the product for at least 60 months. That's 5 whole years. And worse, Priority Gold takes a staggering 18% consignment fee just to find a buyer for you. I mean, wow, that is a massive haircut on your investment that you absolutely need to factor into your long-term planning. Finally, Section 5, the final verdict. Who is this actually for? Based on all the contrasting evidence we just explored, the target audience is very clearly defined. Priority Gold is really for investors who want that guided, hand-holding support through the complex IRA rollover process, folks who value a low-pressure educational approach, and people who need a lower minimum investment entry point of around $10,000. However, you should completely avoid it if you're a DIY investor who demands upfront, transparent online pricing, or if you refuse to engage in phone-based quote negotiations. You have to be willing to demand your quotes in writing and just do the math yourself. Ultimately, protecting your retirement requires education, not emotion, right? You can't let fear dictate your financial future. So if you want to safely continue your research and understand exactly how to shield your savings, click the link in the description right now to get your completely free wealth preservation and gold IRA guide. It will arm you with the exact knowledge you need before you ever pick up the phone to call a dealer. So I'm curious, does the lack of online pricing across the gold industry make you hesitant to invest? Or is the security of having physical metal worth a few phone calls? Let me know your thoughts, keep learning, and I'll see you in the next explainer.